So Krishna Madan Mohan is the Sambandha, presiding deity of the Sambandha, presiding deity of the relationship. And the presiding deity of the Govinda Dev is the processing, and the Prayojan, the goal, presiding deity is Radha Gopinath. So in the Kama-gayatri-mantra, there's Pushpaman, right? When we do Gayatri Mantra, it's Pushpaman. That is the Govinda Dev. That all the gopis, who is it's very deep. To understand this is very hard. It's very deep. That's why Jona Vallabha in Kam Gayatri Mantra, that you are Pushpabana. Pushpabana, who is Pushpabana? Is Govinda Devji. Ananga. Ananga कौन है? गोपीनाथ. The moon Krishna's Prakash, Pradyuma, the second expansion of Krishna is Pradyuma, the Dvarakadhisha. You know, in Dwarka, the one there's a manifestation of is a and the Chaya root of Krishna's Mool Prakash is Pradyuma. The Mool is Apradi, is Krishna, and then from Krishna there is a manifestation of Prakashis in Dwarka is Pradyuma. So from Krishna manifests Pradyuma in Dwarka. Then the Chaya of Pradyuma is in this material world is Kamadeva, and so the Kamadeva that disturbs the jivas, the living entities. Go on. Yeah, Narottam Das Thakur is saying in this jeev of this material world, they are it's to the Kamdev here of this material world, Kamdev, and they are just wandering in this material world. So the meaning of the Kam is dhatu. What is the meaning of the Kam? That is vasana. It's all the desires. Yeah, all the jivas have is called Kam. So the material desires the jivas have. Where does this? Where's the root? Where's the root? Where the desires come from? So it comes from Krishna. And then what happens? And to is reflected, perverted reflection in the material world. Is making this jivas, this Kamdev is the reflection of the Kamdev, the Mool Krishna in this material world that is making these jivas dance in this material world. So it's Kam is the desire, the material desires in this jivas have, the material desires the jivas have in this material world. The Krishna. So Krishna is with Radharani is Dhir Lalik. Dhir Lalik. Dhir Lalit. The mood, the Kamdev. So the Kamdev, the mool Kamdev, the original Kamdev is Dhir Krishna, Dhir Lalit Krishna. Actually, it is very serious to understand. It's very difficult to understand. Because in the Braj, Nitya, this root of Krishna is the heroine. Nitya, eternal root of Braj is Radharani. So in the Nitya, the meeting of Radha and Krishna, and that Madhurya is Prakashed from when Radha and Krishna meeting. So Dhir Lalit Krishna is Dhir Nayak, the heroine. What is the symptom of Dhir Lalita-nayaka? He is expert. What is the meaning of Vigatha? Is expert. I think it's expert, right? Sadasama is ever fresh. Expert. Dhir Lalit Nayak is expert. Then I think he's expert. Yeah, he's expert. Nistinta means Nischinta. Without worries. Worryless. He doesn't have any worries. When you have worries, when you have responsibility, then you have worries. So, yeah, what you have to do, what you need to do. When you have responsibilities, then you work, you worry about things. And cravings. Dhira-lalita-nayaka. That is the original Dhira-lalita-nayaka is Krishna. There is the Braj, there is the Krishna who is in the Braj as a Kamadeva. In Braj. Chin. What is aprakrita? The spiritual Kamadeva. What does it do to the chick? It attracts the chick. Not all the chiefs. It doesn't attract all the chiefs. Not all the chiefs are attracted by the Kamadeva. Only the Madhur Bhav. Madhur Bhav. Oh, yeah. So he attracts those jivas who have Madhur Bhav. If you understand that apart if the spiritual Kamadev is Krishna, Dhira-lalita-nayaka Krishna, he is Kamadev in Vraj. That's the Kamadev in spiritual world. The meaning of the Kam here is spiritual prem, spiritual prem. Kam. Bas, we understand by Kam is the meeting of man and woman. But in Vrindavan, the word of the Kam is peace prem. So it's called prem. So the meaning of the word Kam in material, in the Vrindavan is prem. That is called gopis. Prem is called aprakrita. It's a spiritual Kam. There's, with the spiritual Kam, they are serving Krishna. And the material is conditional jivas. They are bonded, they are born. The conditional jivas. So they are listening whatever the conditional souls, whatever listen, whatever katha they are listening, they will relate it to material world. But look at the negative side of the katha. They take it on a material level. That's why it's saying. So in the spiritual world, in the transcendental world, Kama-gayatri-mantra. They do the upasana of the Kama-gayatri-mantra. So the seed of that mantra is clean. But the rest of the syllables are that's called Gayatri. This Kam Gayatri, the root of this Kam Gayatri is Sakshat Sri Krishna. There's 24 and a half syllables. Every letter of Kama is the Swarup of the Charan of Krishna. So Kama-gayatri is the Swarup of Krishna. So in this material world, calm is mind. What does our mind do? It's vikar, it transform. Vikar is the so the conditioned jivas, the mayavadi jiva in this material world, they think they are absorbed in the maya world, the material world. The mind is absorbed in the material world. That's why it's like the hankar, how much hankar you have, abhiman in this material world. That much that heart is there is they have material vision in the heart, material. What is the mind? What is the mind? Mind. That's why. So mind is called the Raja, the king of all the senses. Because the mind is the king of all the senses. So if you cannot fix your mind, then the other senses also will disturb it. If you can control the mind, then all the other senses automatically will be, be still. So how can you control the mind? It's not that easy. This mind is like the air. So the air, the vayu, air, like hava, the air. The air is moving here and there. Sometimes north direction, south direction, east direction. Hava doesn't have any fixed direction. So similarly, mind is like restless, chanchal, restless like wind. So if you can control the mind, then all the senses automatically will come under control. So the how much the mind is restless, then the senses will be that much restless as well. The five and the five senses and five working senses and five knowledge senses. These senses, who is controlling the senses is mind. So the mind is controlling the senses. So until your mind is not controlled, then all these working senses and the knowledge senses are also disturbed. Then in Gita, these 10 senses, these 10 horses, 10 indriya relates to 10 horses. The horses are moving here and there and there. And what is the mind is the, what is it called? What is it called in English? No, not driver. Control the horses with the
No, the cord.
code. What is it called? I know there's one English word for it, but I forgot. You know the, this. So when you're riding a horse, like if you 4 horses, you want to control the horses, then you have that rope, right? You pull the rope to control the horses. I don't know what the English word is for that. So like that, the mind, if the mind is fixed, then the mind can control the senses. With if our mind is not there, then we cannot walk. Our legs are under the control of the mind. So our mind controls the legs. Then we can walk. Actually, with the eyes we are not seeing, but with the mind we can see that. When see, if the mind is not there, then with eyes we cannot see. So all the senses are controlled by the mind. There's mind. Yes, all the senses are controlled by the mind. So if you control the mind, then then the senses will automatically be controlled. Then the tattva, Attavis, 28. There are 20 elements. 28, isn't it 28? Attavis is 28. 28. There is 28 tattva. Panch, there's 5 working senses, 5 working knowledge senses, and 5 in Mahabhut, 5 Mahabhut. That's 20. And then mind, intelligence, anger, ego, then Purush and Pariti, Pratiki, and then Atma and Paramatma. That's 28. So from our that, which is the assess, which is the superior, is the mind. So in this conditional soul, Paramatma and Atma, what are they doing? Atma is Atma is what? What state? क्या बोले? Faith. Faint. Oh, unconscious. The Atma is unconscious. And Paramatma, what is Paramatma doing? Paramatma is Saksi, is a witness. So whatever the Jeev, karma, according to the karmas the Jeev are doing, and the Paramatma is just looking at it, witnessing. So, so whatever karma you've done before, you are paying for it. And then you are creating more new karmas. Then the spiritual Kamadeva, aprakrita, the Mula, the original Kamadeva in the spiritual world is Krishna. Is called Dhira-lalita-nayaka. What is the reason, Bas? What is the purpose of that Dhira-lalita-nayaka? Is to have amorous pastimes with the gopis. There's 4 groups of Dhira-lalita-nayaks, 4 types. Expert. It's never dull. It's always ever fresh, ever fresh in a youthful form. Parihasa means parihasa. He's very expert in all arts. How he can give happiness. So like every word is described in a very beautiful way. Parihas means who can is expert in speech, in expert in everything. How to use the words, he's expert. So it's explained with every word, like word by word. And Krishna is a Dhira-lalita-nayaka. Nischint means he's got no worries. Nischint, no worries. Like in this material world, who's the main person of the family is always having worries. That he has to work. What worries he has? That how will I run the family? Where the money will come from? When the electric bills come, so many different types of bills come. Gurudev used to smart in what Gurudev used to say, these fans are running, so who's paying the bill for it? And the pankha, when you switch the fan, then you switch the fan on, but then you leave that place. You should switch. When you forget to switch off the fan, so this Gurudev used to the tap. You leave the tap running, so tap is not. So then the bill comes, right? Bill. Why he does this? Because he doesn't have worries about paying the bill. Because he doesn't have to pay the bill, so he's careless. He leaves the fan off. The one person who has got responsibility of paying the bill, they will be very careful. They will not leave the fan on when they are not there. So Gurudev used to speak this in the mud at that time. In that one, in the temple, in the temple room, in that mud, there was only big one fan, that British style old fan, and it used to make so much noise. Like during the very hot summer, there is only one fan, and everybody used to sit around there. So, so, so we used to put, so we put water in the water on the floor. So then it gets cool. So in the life, we will suffer. So he's saying somebody who's not suffered, they will not realize the happiness. They're not. They're not. If you have not suffered in the life, then you will not understand. What is suffering? If you don't know what is suffering, who can understand suffering is the person who's actually gone through suffering. They only know like the chair. Excuse me, like if a snake bites you, then the poison goes in your body. You know how much suffering that is. Who can realize that suffering is only the person who is being bitten by the snake? So why is it? Because there is Krishna. Krishna is far away from all this suffering. But which Krishna? That Vrajendranandan Krishna. And also from there is Dhira-lalita-nayaka. So there are many Krishna. How many Krishnas are there? Four. Dhira-lalita-nayaka. One is Dhira-lalita-nayaka. Son. These six types of Nayak, six types of heroes. Six types of heroes. It's very it's 360 types of Naika. It's 60 types of heroes. Sorry, heroines. And the whole heroine is Radharani. And from Radharani is all three Prakash. There's 660 heroines. And the Nayak is 696 heroes. And the whole heroines Krishna is the Dhira-lalita-nayaka. I'm speaking loudly. I thought loud. Okay, because I've got this mic here. Oh, okay. Dhira-lalita-nayaka, please. He is the one who is in the Ras. Yeah. So Ramachandra didn't take part in the Ras. So with Ramachandra, he only has one wife. But Dvarakadhisha Krishna, he's 1108 queens. Hard. In the Dwarka, Krishna in Dwarka is Ras. Why didn't he do Ras there? Because he's got not. He doesn't have one gun. He doesn't have that nischinta. He doesn't have that quality in Dvarakadish. You know the Dvarakadish Krishna. He has. He doesn't. He's got many worries. He has to worry about the kingdom. Yes. When you have worries, when you have, when he has responsibilities. And the Vrajendra Nandan Sam Sundar, he doesn't have any responsibilities, carefree. That's why Krishna is called Vivraj. And the Nanda Maharaj is the Raja. Yuvraj. Yuvraj, I think, is Prince. Who has got duty and responsibility is the king. He is worried. He is worried. He has worries. For example, like the bijli, the electricity. So electricity, like if the electricity goes, then you cannot have light. Then who has to pay the bill for the electricity? Whoever name is on the bill, that person is responsible for the bill for the electricity. So if you think in the so the Krishna in Vrindavan, it is a Dhira-lalita-nayaka. That's one of the qualities of Dhira-lalita-nayaka is no worries. In Dwarikapur, however, in Dwarikapur is a king. He's a Raja. He's the king of Dwarka. And the Vrajananda Krishna, he's Nanda Maharaj is the king, and he's the prince. So, so because his Krishna is the prince, he's got no worries. Bas Aramti, stay carefree, live carefree. I say to her, have you got any responsibility? No. You don't have worries about where the money is coming from. Isn't that true? Because your father is paying the bill. That's what I say to her. If the parents are paying, parents have the worries. Children don't have any worries. That chinta is chinta or chinta chinta or chita. Chita means chinta. Something is burning. Chita. The coal. Chita. No, what is chita? मैं नहीं समझ गई. Oh, ha ha. Ha ha ha. When they burn the dead body, when they burn the dead body, that's called chitta. No. Like, but nowadays they put it in the furnace. The dead bodies are put in the furnace. But no, when they burn the dead body, furnace. But nowadays it's in furnace, but in olden days they burned it outside. Bonfire, dead bonfire, like a bonfire. Yes, that's called chitta. That body is burning for that dead body is burning for 4 days. That is burning for 4 days. It takes 4 days to burn the body, and then 5 day that they put water in it. To that's that is also described in the shastra. And chitta and chitta. That fire that's burning. So chinta, what is Upperthi, externally it looks very nice. Inside it's fofla, empty. Chinta. And that the spiritual world, there's the spiritual and the material thing. Chinta, worries. So when you look at there's two. One is material and one is spiritual. Aprakrita. So who don't know, who doesn't have any responsibilities, they don't know what worries is. So it's like a chitta. Jalte, the body is burning. Chitta. The science is increasing, the technology is increasing. Then the pariman means the like if you ask somebody who's chitta, you don't know, because now in the new technology the bodies are put in the furnace, right? But in the old, like she's asking, what is chitta? See, you wouldn't know what chitta is because now the bodies are not burned like that. So as the technologies increases, then you forget the tradition things words. Yes, then you don't even know those traditional words. Chitta, chitta means the body is burning. So one word. So you don't understand the word chitta. Then from chitta the word comes chinta. So what is our body? Like you, there's so much worries in this material. If you borrowed some money, then how will you pay that money back to them? You're always worried, right? And you have no work. You borrowed money from loan for the house. So now you have to return this money back. Every day the collector, whoever you borrow the money from, he will come and pester you every day. And he'll say, oh, pay interest. The interest will keep on increasing. So you say, okay, you borrowed money from me. I give you the loan. So now with the loan, what do you have to pay? Interest. You have to pay so and so much interest per month. Then how will you be able to give all this? Hmm. You worry. The children of the house, they don't have worries. They don't know anything. They don't have worries about loans. Isn't that true? So then again, okay, this month maybe you pay. Then again, next month you're worried. Oh, how will I pay the next month's installment? Who doesn't have wealth, pass he's in debt. He has to pay so many loans, and he's going more in debt and debt. Then he's worried. He's worried. He's saying, what will happen? So he's worried so much. In city bus, he's only worried about one thing. And what is the worries? That I have borrowed the loan from him, and how much I have to pay interest. How will I pay the interest? The mine every month I'm paying 5,000 or 10,000. So I have to make sure I get this much money every month, and the factory is closed. It's not what there's not enough customers coming. Profit, yes. So there's not that much sales. But the paying the loan is fixed, right? You have to pay that much money is fixed. There's water bill you have to pay. The outgoing is fixed. School, college, fees for your children. So there's so much type of worries. Even in the material life, you are living a life in this material world, but you've got so much worries, so much outgoing, and your worries are how am I going to get this money? Yes, where will the money come from? Now it's especially like during lockdown, that people had so much worries because they didn't have that. Yes, they became because all the factories were closed. Mm. I was listening in the news. I was listening to many people. They said, "Oh, Maharaj, Bas, whether the factory runs or not run, this much money I have to pay to the loan because it's a loan. He's borrowed. It's fixed. Three. And then on top, one is a loan that is fixed that I have to pay so much money, 10,000 or 30,000 every month, and on top of that, these bills for electricity every month. This is outgoing. 30,000. Somehow or the other, I have to get that. And the factories are closed because of the lockdown. So what does he's worried, worries. So his mind is just worried about it. How? Yes, it's business. How the business is not running because of the lockdown. So then his worries get increased so much. Then he gets. Then in that state of your mind, how can you do bhajan? When the bhajan you can do bhajan when you are free from worries. Mother, these mosquitoes are killing. Krishna, Krishna is not the Braj. Krishna is not the king of the Braj. Who is the Raja of the Vrindavan? He is a Nand Baba. So the king has worries. Oh, this has to be done. That has to be done. And Krishna is carefree. Zero Raja. By name, Raja. But he's got no responsibilities. As much as you increase responsibilities increase, the worries increase. Isn't that true? You look at your life. Mm. Mm. So, people to worry, yeah, you got worries. Yes, we say people will say, okay, whatever, Bhagwan will do everything. But actually, you, who? See, isn't it true? The past brahmachari who is living in a brahmachari life is not so much worries. Bas, they do how much seva they've been allocated, that much seva they do. But they don't have so much worries. So one brahmachari is cleaning the temple, another brahmachari is doing the puja. So every brahmachari has been allocated their seva. But the manager, the main person of the temple, he has worries. So Krishna, Dhira-lalita-nayaka. So all the qualities are there in this. It's described. These qualities described for Dhira Krishna Lalit. Dhira Krishna Nayaka. Navyogan, he's youthful, he's ever fresh. Nischay. कोई worries नहीं है. He's free. He's carefree. In his mind, he has no worries. Radhaji is saying, do this. That you put alka on my feet. Radhaji is saying that to Krishna. Put alka on my feet. Then he does as Radhaji says. That is the six types of hero. Six types of hero. And then 360, 960 times of heroines. And the mole heroine is Radharani. She's the main heroine. That's Krishna is the Dhira-lalita-nayaka. So he's the Nayak. So Swadhini. So heroine is Swadhina heroine. Swadhin. Swadhin Bharta heroine. So he is he she tells the hero, to do the seva for her. So that's let's just pray. One is Swayam Swan Prakash. One is Swayam Roop. So one is Swayam Roop, the roop of Swayam Roop, and the other is Swayam Prakash. So Swayam Roop is a Vrajendra Nandana, and the Swayam Roop is the Vrajendra Nandan, and he's also Kamdev or Dhira-lalita-nayaka. If you don't know this Tattva, then we cannot move forward. In order to move forward, we have to know the Tattvas. This is Krishna Tattva. Mahaprabhu is telling Rai Ramananda, please, please speak on Krishna Tattva and speak about Krishna Tattva to me. Maya Tattva, Jeev Tattva, Prem Tattva. So, just in sequence, explain that to me. So the original mool, Krishna is Rajendra Nandana, Shamsundar, Swadi, and the heroine is Swadi. Swadi is Swati is Radharani. The Swayam Roop. So Swayam Roop, Rajendra Nandan. Swayam Roop or Swayam Prakash. Swayam Roop and Swayam Prakash. Bhagwan. So Bhagwan gives that Svarup according to what the Bhaktas are. So whatever the mood the Bhaktas have, accordingly he gives that Prakash, like his Vishay and his Ashraya. So one is Vishay, one is Ashraya. So who is all the rasas? Who is tasting all the ras is Krishna. His relishing all the rasas is Krishna. Vishay. Vishay and Ashraya. But when you Vishay and Ashraya meet, then the prem manifests. But who is the Mool? Mool Vishay is Krishna. Object of the divine love is Krishna. And the Ashraya is Srimati Radhika. Then what is this Radharani? So she's all the rasas, all the prem rasas are there. That Radharani is making Krishna taste all those prem ras. The Swayam Sringar ras, the Madhurya ras. That Sringar ras, that Radhaji is 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 this Ringa ras. She's making Krishna drink that ras. So who is who is who is who is giving this ras? making this drink, who is making drink this ras to Krishna is Radharani. So all over the icha, all over the desires, whatever desires Krishna have, Radharani is fulfilling those desires. So another name, Radhanam Uda. I think the name of Radha, there's so much love there, so much prem in that Radha's name. That that is the prem Sarupa. Radha's name is Svarupa of prem. That she will gives anand, who gives happiness, anand to Krishna. So that is the name of Radha. Radha means the one who's got so much prem, and with that prem she is giving happiness to Krishna. Anand Sarvam. Where is the Anand? Where is the Sarvam? In the, in the Vilas, there is Anand. Sits. So as long you cannot go in Anand as long as you are in this material world. So it's sansar. And the sansar, who will understand? Even if you explain that in the material world, they will not be able to understand it. They will understand on the level of material level. So, Mahaprabhu is saying, explain Krishna Tattva, Jiva Tattva, Prema Tattva, Radha Tattva, and Dono, and then Vilas Tattva. Until we don't understand the Siddhanta, the Tattvas, the truth, then we cannot relish the rasa. So first, so as much how much fix, how much the jiva, how much the bhakta knows the tattva, then that way they can build a, like if the build a build a mansion. So like tattva is that. So that was Siddhanta. That Siddhanta is like a foundation. So you should. So how much you know the Siddhanta, you are fixed in your Siddhantas, that much how much you will be able to taste the rasas. Like you can build the floors over the house with rasa. If the Siddhanta is not there, and then you want to go straight into the ras tattva, then ras the kathas, you will not be able to understand. So it's like it's a big house, right? If the foundation is not solid, then the house, even the house has got how many folds, 3 or 4 folds, floors, that house will fall. So in the Tattva Siddhanta, you should be solid. And also with the Tattva, you should also listen to the Rasa Madhurya. So like they're giving the example of a river, the river is flowing. There's two banks, right? The river has to flow according to the two banks of the river. There's two banks, and the river is flowing in the middle. In the middle, the river is water. The water is in the middle. So one side is Siddhanta, and the other side is Rasa. So, so if you have only Tattva, then you go into the Gyan Marg. Then if you go Rasa Tattva, then you go in the Swajya. So you are like a river, you follow in the middle, you are in the middle. So where do you start from first? Then first you start with, oh, what is this body? That is called Panchabhutik. What is this body? Is made from 5 elements. Mud, earth, Agni, fire, water. air, akash, sky. So these are the five. What is the body, right? What is the body? Body is made of five elements. One is body, one is sariri. What is sariri means? Sariri means what stays inside the body. So one is griya and grihi. Griya is a house. Whoever lives in the house is called grihi. So if you don't know the main tattva about the body, then that's why Gita explains in sequence. First, Atma. What is Atma? Where is Atma residing? Where does Atma reside? So Atma is living in the body. Actually, Atma is in the whole body. But where is it from? This Atma is in every atom, like, but it's also Tattvajna. Atma. When that Jagri, when you wake up, when you wake up in the morning, where does the Atma stay? Now we are awake. The Atma moves actually saying Atma then is not in your eyes. It's Jagrit. When we're awake, these three places where the Atma will be. Jagrit, Sapti. So Atma is in your heart, and then when you are sleeping, when you are awake, it's in your eyes. Now, where is your Atma? You're awake, it's in your eyes. It's eyes now. The Atma is in the eyes. When you are sleeping, where is the Atma? It goes in the heart. Heart. You're not in between. You're not sleeping and awake. Then the Atma is here in the neck. That's Asma. So this Shastra says where the Atma is. So So where does the Atma stay in the body? So Atma is like Prakash, candle. You know, from the candle is giving you light. Where would you put the candle? Like you put it on the table. If you put the middle in the room, it will give Prakash to the rest of the room. So like the Atma is explained staying in one place, but it's illuminating the whole body. So when people say, where does Atma stay? Many people will ask you the questions, where does Atma stay? So in Shastra, it's explained. Like til. Til means the sesame seed. Sesame seed. What is inside the sesame seed is oil. So where does the oil stay? Where is oil in that seed? Right, the seed is covered, but inside there is oil. Sesame seeds, those the white or they are also black, but there is actually it consists of oil. You cannot see the oil. When you press it, then you can see the oil. Aprakrita, like in this material world, it's not complete. So to understand, so that's why we give examples to make the conditional soul understand. So Atma is in one place, but he's illuminating the whole body. We are breathing, we are seeing,
Yeah, I know
we
what
are
it is.
eating.
Whatever you talk.
Whatever we are doing, if the Atma leaves the body, then whatever bodies, our limbs will not work.
See now, unless you move
So you will not be able to breathe. The hands won't be able to move. So where does Atma stay? There is a tree. There is a tree. Body is like a tree. There is a trunk of the tree. Then there is branches of the tree. There is one branch on a tree, and on one branch there is two birds sitting on the branch. One is the Atma, and one is Paramatma. There's many examples like that. That's an example where. So why? So we should know the Tattva first. What's Atma Tattva? What is Jiva Tattva? Also, you should know what Tattva is. Then, when you know the Tattva, when you know the base, then you can go slowly into the Madhurya Ras. What is Tattva? Rupi is the foundation. And the Rasarupi is Vishal building. It's a great mansion who's got floors. So how much strong you are in the Tattva, that's how much you will have realization of Madhurya Ras and Gyan of Madhurya. Pehla Gyan and then Anubhav means realization. First is Gyan. So how many Tattva? Panchatava. So body is like 520. Pancha Mahabhut meet five elements of the gross body, five working senses, five knowing senses, intelligence, ego, and 20. These five elements, then these five working senses, five knowledge senses, then Purusha. The working senses, knowledge senses, and then Atma, Paramatma, intelligence, ego, and man. Then, so many different. They give commentaries. Other branches they give different commentaries on the tattva. But Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So here we have Mool Krishna. So you should understand Krishna tattva. Who is the Mool Krishna? Is a Dhira-lalita-nayaka. He is the original Krishna. That is Vrindavan Krishna. One Vrindavan Krishna, Mathura Krishna, and Dvarakadhisha Krishna. But the Vrindavan Krishna is the Mool Krishna, the original Krishna. And the Radhika, Swayam Radhika is Svadhina. Svadhina is Mool Radhika. That Krishna is residing in the Vrindavan, and then Krishna that the Krishna is in Mathura. Also, that Krishna is in Dwarika, but any dham, Purnata, one is complete, one is more complete, and one is most complete. So Vrindavan is most complete. Mathura is more complete and Dwarka is complete. Krishna is Purna Chandra, full moon. And Ramachandra through 12 qualities. We should understand what the the essence is. The sola means 16. Sol, others as Chandra. How many? Sol, Surya, Bara. Surya is Bara, Chandra is Sol, 16. If you don't know the tattvas, then you cannot. You will have to put your mind. You have to put effort in the tattvas. Swayam Krishna. Even when he's playing the flute, so he through his flute, when he plays the Venu, all the tattvas, he gives all the tattva to Brahmaji. So Bansidhara is not something ordinary, you know. So all the gyan that goes to Brahmaji is through his Bansi. So he is the deity. So he gives Gayatri Mantra Diksha through the flute to Brahmaji. So you have to try and understand this. So yes, even so you say, even the Diksha, you don't have Diksha. If you Diksha, Divagya Gyan, you have spiritual knowledge is given through Diksha. What is the meaning? What is the meaning of Diksha? Is a Gyan of spiritual Gyan. It's a spiritual Gyan, and it also destroys all the pap, lust. So Diksha means it gives you the divine knowledge, and it destroys the pap. So if you have pap, then you cannot have divine knowledge. So that's why so it destroys the pap through Diksha mantra. If in our mind, if we have a desire to commit sin in our heart, then we will not have pure thoughts in our mind. So when you will have pure thoughts in your mind, when as how much the heart is pure, so how can you make this heart pure? So this Chetu Darpan Machana Darpan. So this heart. So you clean a mirror. You clean the mirror of the heart. There's so much bad things in your heart. So many lakhs of a birth. All the dirt that's come from so many lakhs and lakhs of life, because you haven't broom, right? So in the house for many months you haven't sweep the floor in the house or clean the house, and there'll be so much dust there. And then you go in the house, there'll be full of dust, so much dust there if you don't clean it. isn't it? In 3 days' time, you can see there's so much dust. When the house was shut, so for 3 days, you can see so much dust. Nobody was in the house. The doors were shut. And then when you came back after 3 days, the house is full of dust and dirt. So similarly, in the Muslim heart, that covered, that Maya is covered in the heart. So the Mela is so dirt. To clean the Mela, what do you just like if to clean the house, you need to sweep. You need a sweep the broom to clean that. So similarly, to clean the heart is to clean the darpan, to clean the mirror of the heart. You have to clean jadu, like you have to clean by bite. What is our jadu? What is our broom is harinam. However, not by one, you have to keep on cleaning it by with harinam. So with Nam Sankirtan, you can clean the heart here. Swayam, Swayam Bhagwan, Krishna, Venutani, who is the wonder, who is so he's yes, when he's playing the flute, he's giving the mantra, and that mantra is going through his ears into his heart. So so what did the Swayam Bhagwan do? And he gave Diksha from to one is, so that's the second birth, right? So one birth is from your mother's womb, right? That is your first birth. And then Savitri Janam, when and then Diksha mantra, that is your third life, third Janam, third birth, sorry, Didi. Then Sanskar, without Sanskar you cannot have Diksha. Papa. First they hit the stamp, and then they stamp it on your. So now it's Chandan, right? They put Chandan. We put Chandan on our body, tilak. That is a stamp, like stamp. So that's the sanskar. That is the stamp on your body is the tilak. So you do when you do Diksha mantra, you should have tilak. You should wear tilak. Then if you do Diksha mantra without the tilak, then your mantra will not give you any fruit. So you say, oh, you come to do mantra, then Mahaprabhu said, you are chanting the mantras, you haven't got tilak on your forehead. No, put first tilak and then you chant your Gayatri mantra. Even Mahaprabhu has given us these instructions. Mahaprabhu has said, without tilak you cannot chant mantra. That's why the Bhagwan, he played the Venudhani, through Venudhani, and he gave Diksha to Brahmaji. So who is our original Guru? It's Krishna. Krishna. So original Guru is Krishna. So first, our Guru Parama, first is Krishna. Tha. After Krishna is Brahma, and then after Brahma is Narad, and then so forth. So our Adi Guru, our original Guru is Krishna. So it's when Guru is giving a mantra to the Sishya, so the Adi Guru, Krishna, is called so Brahmaji. So how did Brahmaji? So Adi Guru, Krishna, gave the Diksha mantra to Brahma through what? Through the medium of the flute, Bansi. Savanda, Abhide, and Prayojan. Those are the three Gayatri mantras we have. So Venu Dhani, with the Venu, he manifested all the tattvas in Brahma's heart through the Venu. Through the so so Brahma is so Brahma. Sorry, I didn't know.
He like submerged in the ocean of Tattva.
When he's doing the mantra, he's merged in the ocean of Tattva. So when yes, with this mantra, with the Shakti he gets from the mantra, Brahmaji is doing all the creation of the universe. So first Bhagwan gave Gyan, and so he manifested all the Gyan in Brahmaji's heart through his Bansi. And that's why Brahmaji can do all the creations with that Gyan. So Brahmaji is doing stuti to Bhagwan. When you hear Katha, what we do when we hear the Katha, we will do Shruti, we will glorify of the Tattva to the this speaker of the Katha. So, yes, after you listen to the Katha, then after you listen to the Katha, at least you will you will be grateful, gratitude, you have gratitude, appreciate the speaker. So you will appreciate, like you will speak and say, whatever he spoke, I appreciate that. So, whatever he spoke in the Katha, I appreciate what he spoke. Even in the assembly or in the so darling, how do you appreciate the speaker? Then yes, like you clap. That is appreciation when you clap. So like one person claps, then the rest of the people will start clapping. So that's appreciation. Because that we appreciate what the speaker spoke. So what if you just hear? If you hear and the listeners don't pay any respect or don't even have any gratefulness to listen to it. So like he said, Baladev Prabhu, he cut his head in Romasan. When Romasan, what did Baladev do? He cut his head. Yes, he cut his head because he was disrespectful to the speaker. So at the end of the katha, we should we should clap and appreciate the speaker. Even though maybe you didn't understand everything, not everybody is going to understand everything. When the when the speaker is Vakta is speaking, do you think everybody understands everything? No. Do you think everyone understands? No, not everyone can understand. So if you don't understand, that's why you raise questions. So Pariksit Maharaj raised many questions to Sukadeva Goswami that I don't understand this, I don't understand. Please explain that. So Pariksit Maharaj also raised many questions. So they explained that like the gopis were suffering in the separation, fire of separation. So, Pariksit Maharaj asked this question that why the Krishna is left and these gopis are crying. So is Krishna listening to their crying? That's a question Pariksit Maharaj asked. So please tell me that. Is Krishna listening to the crying of the gopis? So if you are hearing if you hear that pain of somebody, then your heart should melt. So Krishna, is his heart not melting? So is he listening to the cries of the gopis? If he listens, then his heart would melt. So that is another question. You shut the door and you are sitting in the room. So, but all the noise outside, then you shut the doors, you do not hear. But when you open the door and then you see somebody crying outside, what would you do? There's a person crying. You have to hear. You are hearing that person crying. If you are inside, but you hear somebody crying, then you will come out from the room and open the door, and you see that person. You will try and pacify that person in whatever you would do, or help her, or help him. Even if you cannot help her, then at least you will pacify her, and you know. So that's why Parikshit Maharaj is asking the question to Sukadeva Goswami that gopis are so, and the gopis, he left the gopis and the gopis are crying. So Krishna, is he listening to them? Is he listening to them? If Krishna is listening to their pain, then why is Krishna not coming to them, coming to the gopis? He should come to pacify them. So then Sukadeva Goswami said, Krishna is listening. How? Akas, the wind, how the wind is moving in the sky. That's how Krishna, Paramatma is everywhere. Paramatma is there everywhere. Paramatma is hearing. So then Pariksit Maharaj is if his Bhagwan is hearing, then why is he not coming? In Bhagavad it's written, it's described in the Bhagavatam. And the gopis, when Krishna came in the assembly of gopis, that was the gopi gate. Then they're singing gopi gate. The gopis, when Krishna came to gopis, when gopis asked this question to Krishna, that when somebody loves you, then you love. Then a lover would never give a suffering or pain to the beloved. So, is our beloved. He should never be able to give. Even if you don't give happiness to somebody, you should never give dukh, never give pain to somebody. Speak nicely to them. Don't do teddy-merry, uh, sarcastic words. because that will give pain to their heart. So you should not speak like that. So there's so much like siksha, there's so much siksha in this tika. So beloved and the lover, they will never give pain to them. Just give them love, give love and affection. So like your child, if you got a child, don't slap your child, give love and affection to your child. So if a man, when he drunk, comes home drunk, he slaps the wife and he slaps the children, Dundakari. So don't be like Dundakari. Dundakari. Who's not like this? Dundakari used to come home drunk and he would beat the parents up. So there is like Dundakari. Don't be like Dundakari. Do everything with love and affection. Be loving. So Prayojan and Prayojan, the lover and the beloved, don't give any pain to each other. Gopis are saying, Krishna is saying, look, you love me so much. What is the Priti? Priti is what? Priti, you love me so much, then you don't see any faults in the beloved. So you love me, but you are seeing faults in the lover and the beloved. There is prem, there is love. Then we don't see the fault in the lover. We only see the good qualities. You only see the goodness in your lover. That's why Krishna is saying to Gopis, you love me very much. So why you see the faults? So then Gopis are saying one more thing. Why did you leave us and go? Then why did you leave us in the last? Why did you leave us and go away? Sapakasha Gopis know that they know why Krishna left. They understand. This is Radharani's Paksh. Radharani's Gopis knew why Krishna left. But the Swapaksha, Chandravali's group, those Sakhis didn't know. Didn't know why Krishna left. The Ras. So Krishna is speaking very Katha. So it is the prem we have. If you love me, if you have love, then in Bhagavatam, there is so much description. So Krishna is speaking with very sweet words. So you have come to me is because you priti for me. Where there is priti, where there is love, people will come, right? Where there is love and affection, people will come. If you, they'll come. Because if you love somebody, right? Whatever time that person calls you, you will go there. Half night, whenever they call you, you'll be ready to go. So if you don't have any love and affection for somebody, then you don't. It's like Hanumanji. When Garuda comes to call Hanumanji, when then he said, "Oh, now Radhavendra, Radhavendra is calling." Then Garuda said, "Oh, Krishna is calling you." Then he said, "Oh, tell him I'm not well." But then when Garuda said, Radhavendra is calling you because he's got so much love and affection for Ram that even when he hears Ram, Ram's name, he will have tears in from his eyes. Tears will flow in his head. When you're chanting Gayatri mantra, also you have tears. So like that, Hanumanji has so much priti for Ramji. Atma means I am the Vinod Thakur is saying this bhajan with so much bow. So now, Bas, with this, all I'm doing is meditating on your lotus feet. Chite na, chite na, whenever you call me, and I'm dancing. And when I speak, send your name, I, Thakur, you are the master, I am the dog. Bas, all you do is keep me by your door, right? By the door, like a dog. I will guard the house. Nowadays, what they do with the dogs, they sit them in their own bed and they sleep with the. But actually, what is the god? Dogs' duty is to guard the house. The dogs are outside the door. So once I went to Russia, there's bunk bed, where four people sit. There's one people, bunk bed. So we three brahmacharis, two on the top and one bunk bed. He's talking about bunk bed. So at night we could hear somebody's going. We were sleeping there, and we heard the word cuckoo cuckoo. So we thought, oh, who's that? So, so when we thought, oh, who's doing this cuckoo 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 under the bed? Then we said, but under. Oh, so one lady, we had a dog under in our blanket, in a blanket, and the blanket that dog was making coo 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 coo. So that's so so in that disturbed my sleep. He said. So what this lady did, she put this little dog under the blanket, and then at night when they were sleeping, they could hear coo 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 coo. So they said, oh wait, this noise coming. Then they realized there's a dog under the blanket. So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, I'm the dog. I will protect your house. I will serve you. You are my master and I'm the dog. I'm your dog. Atma, Atma, yeah, I have surrendered everything at the lotus feet of your lotus feet. Oh, now I am your dog. Hooray. Now I'm your dog. You are my master. I will do as you tell me. Nachite, nachite. I will do as you dance me. Make me dance. But I will only meditate on your feet, lotus feet.
Yeah, I